Kathy Baker's rise to stardom wasn't just about red carpets and awards. It was also marked by personal trials and tribulations. Her first marriage seemed like a dream, but ended in heartache. What happened when the spotlight dimmed and real life took over? The sweet early days. She met Donald Camilleri in the late 1970s. Both were involved in the entertainment industry. Kathy was an aspiring actress. Donald worked behind the scenes. They were introduced by mutual friends at a party in Los Angeles. They quickly hit it off, sharing a love for theater and film. Their courtship was fast-paced and intense. They went on dates at trendy spots in LA, such as the Troubadour and Musso and Frank Grill. They spent evenings discussing their dreams and ambitions. Kathy found Donald's support encouraging. He attended her performances and cheered her on. They became inseparable, and their relationship grew deeper. In 1985, they decided to marry. The wedding was a small, intimate ceremony. Close friends and family attended. Kathy wore a simple, elegant dress. Donald looked dapper in a classic suit. They exchanged vows in a heartfelt ceremony, promising to support each other through thick and thin. Friends described the wedding as beautiful and emotional. After the wedding, they settled into married life. They lived in a cozy home in Los Angeles. Kathy continued to pursue her acting career. She took on roles in theater and small TV shows. Donald worked on various projects behind the scenes. They were a supportive couple, each encouraging the other's career. During these early years, Kathy landed roles in several theater productions. Her talent was undeniable. She quickly gained recognition for her performances. In 1983, she got a breakthrough role in The Right Stuff. It was a critical and commercial success. Her performance was praised, and it opened doors for more opportunities. Despite the growing demands of her career, she remained dedicated to her marriage. She balanced her work and personal life. Donald remained her biggest supporter, attending her premieres and celebrating her successes. Their relationship seemed strong, built on mutual respect and shared dreams. In interviews, Kathy often spoke about the early days of her marriage. She described them as happy and fulfilling. "Donald was always there for me," she once said. "He believed in me, even when I doubted myself." Friends and family also noticed the deep bond they shared. They were a couple that many admired. The honeymoon phase. In the initial years of their marriage, life was like a honeymoon for Kathy and Donald. Their bond was strong, and their mutual support was unwavering. They were still adjusting to married life, but their love for each other made every challenge seem manageable. Kathy's career was taking off. After her success in The Right Stuff, she was cast in Street Smart in 1987. This film was another critical success, earning her a nomination for an Independent Spirit Award. Her career trajectory was steeply upward. She started getting noticed by major studios and directors. Donald, while not in the spotlight, was equally busy. He worked on various projects in the entertainment industry, often behind the scenes. His work required long hours, but he always found time for Kathy. They made a pact to support each other's careers while maintaining a strong marriage. Their home in Los Angeles was a haven. They hosted dinner parties for friends from the industry, where conversations flowed about films, theater, and art. These gatherings were a testament to their deep connections in Hollywood and their shared passion for creative endeavors. Despite their busy schedules, they made time for each other. They enjoyed quiet evenings at home, watching movies and discussing future projects. They took weekend getaways to places like Napa Valley and Santa Barbara, where they could relax and enjoy each other's company, away from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood. Kathy often spoke about Donald's unwavering support. In a 1987 interview, she said, "Donald has always been my rock. He's there for every opening night, every premiere. I couldn't have asked for a better partner." Their friends saw them as a power couple, balancing their personal and professional lives with grace. Rising career and increasing tensions. By the late 1980s, Kathy's career was in full swing. She had become a sought-after actress, with offers pouring in from major studios. Her role in Street Smart had earned her critical acclaim, and she was now a recognizable name in Hollywood. However, with this newfound success came increased pressure and time away from home. Kathy's rising fame started to strain their marriage. Her filming schedule became more demanding, requiring her to travel frequently and spend long hours on set. This physical separation began to take its toll. Donald, who was used to having her around, found it challenging to cope with her absences. Miscommunications became more frequent. Small misunderstandings over phone calls or missed messages escalated into arguments. The once seamless balance between their personal and professional lives began to wobble. Friends and colleagues started noticing the tension between them. In an attempt to bridge the growing distance, Kathy and Donald decided to seek marriage counseling. They hoped that professional guidance could help them navigate their issues. The counseling sessions revealed deeper problems that needed addressing. They learned that their busy schedules and lack of quality time together were significant contributors to their marital strain. Despite the challenges, both were committed to making their marriage work. They took measures to spend more time together. Kathy would often invite Donald to join her on set whenever possible, and they planned more frequent getaways. However, these efforts brought only temporary relief. As Kathy's career continued to rise, so did Donald's feelings of jealousy and insecurity. He began to feel overshadowed by her success. While he was proud of her achievements, the constant attention she received from fans and the media made him feel neglected. This jealousy led to more arguments, often centered around her career and the time it demanded. The arguments became more frequent and intense. A significant fight erupted over a trivial issue, symbolizing the deeper, unresolved tensions. This argument marked a turning point in their relationship. They decided to take a temporary separation, hoping that some time apart would help them gain perspective. Donald moved out of their home and into a separate apartment. The separation was meant to be a time for reflection and healing. Both used this time to evaluate their feelings and the future of their marriage. Kathy continued to focus on her career, landing more significant roles and gaining further acclaim. Donald also immersed himself in his work, trying to cope with the emotional toll of their separation. Friends and family were concerned, but hopeful that the time apart would help them reconcile. Kathy often spoke about her mixed emotions during this period. In an interview, she mentioned, "It was a difficult time. I loved Donald, but we needed space to figure things out. It was hard but necessary." The cracks deepen. During this period, Kathy threw herself into her work. She found solace in her craft, taking on challenging roles that required her full attention. Her performance in Edward Scissorhands, 1990, was a standout, further solidifying her reputation as a talented and versatile actress. However, the success came with its own set of challenges. The more she achieved, the more she felt the weight of her personal life's unraveling. Donald, too, focused on his career, but he struggled with the emotional toll of their separation. Friends and colleagues noted that he seemed more withdrawn and less enthusiastic about work. He missed Kathy, but also recognized that their time apart was necessary. In an attempt to reconcile, they planned a vacation together in early 1990. They hoped that a change of scenery and a break from their hectic schedules would help mend their relationship. They chose to visit Europe, a place they had always wanted to explore together. The trip brought temporary relief, and they enjoyed moments of connection and nostalgia. However, the underlying issues remained unresolved. Upon returning, they resumed their separate lives. The brief respite provided by the vacation soon gave way to the reality of their ongoing struggles. The emotional distance between them had grown too wide. Attempts to reconcile. The couple continued with marriage counseling, attending sessions twice a week. Their therapist encouraged open communication and guided them through difficult conversations. During these sessions, they confronted issues of jealousy, insecurity, and the impact of fame on their relationship. While the sessions were helpful, they also highlighted the deep-rooted problems that could not be easily resolved. They made efforts to rekindle their romance. Date nights became a regular occurrence again. They dined at their favorite restaurants, attended theater performances, and took weekend trips to nearby destinations like Napa Valley. These moments brought temporary relief and allowed them to relive the early days of their relationship. Despite these efforts, the cracks in their marriage continued to show. The core issues remained unresolved. Kathy's career demands were relentless, and even with adjusted schedules, the pressures of Hollywood were ever present. Donald's feelings of neglect and jealousy did not dissipate, despite Kathy's efforts to reassure him. In the mid-1990s, Kathy was offered a significant role in the film Edward Scissorhands. It was an opportunity she couldn't pass up, but it required her to be away for several months. Donald was supportive, but the physical separation took its toll once again. The strain of maintaining a long-distance relationship added to their existing problems. During this period, Kathy's professional life flourished. Her performance in Edward Scissorhands was critically acclaimed, adding another success to her growing list of achievements. However, her personal life was unraveling. The time apart made it clear that their attempts at reconciliation were not enough to overcome their fundamental differences. They had another major fight shortly after Kathy returned from filming. It was a heated argument that brought all their unresolved issues to the forefront. Both realized that despite their love for each other, they were on different paths. The fight marked the end of their attempts to reconcile. In late 1990, they made the painful decision to pursue a divorce. It was a mutual decision, reached after months of trying to make their marriage work. They agreed that parting ways was the best option for both of them. The divorce process began, and they aimed to keep it amicable. Kathy and Donald continued to respect and care for each other, but they understood that their marriage had run its course. Friends and family supported their decision, recognizing the effort they had put into trying to save their relationship. The couple's decision to divorce was met with mixed reactions from their friends and family. Some were surprised, while others saw it as an inevitable outcome given the challenges they faced. Despite the sadness surrounding the end of their marriage, there was also a sense of relief. Both Kathy and Donald could now move on and find happiness separately. In an interview years later, Kathy reflected on this period of her life. "It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made," she said. "But it was the right one. We loved each other, but we were better off apart. I'm grateful for the time we had together, and I learned so much from that experience." The decision to divorce. By early 1991, the decision to divorce was finalized. The emotional journey that had brought Kathy and Donald to this point was arduous. They had tried every avenue to save their marriage, but the realization that they were better apart was now clear. The legal proceedings were straightforward. Both were committed to making the process as painless as possible. They had no children, which simplified the legal aspects. Their primary focus was on dividing their assets and ensuring that the split was fair and amicable. Kathy's career continued to flourish despite the personal turmoil. She was cast in several notable projects, including Mr. Frost, 1990, and The Kane Mutiny Court-Martial, 1991. Her professional success provided some solace during this difficult time. Work became a sanctuary, offering a distraction from the pain of the divorce. In contrast, Donald took a step back from the spotlight. He focused on behind-the-scenes work, preferring to stay out of the public eye. The divorce took an emotional toll on him, and he needed time to heal. He spent more time with friends and family, seeking support from those close to him. Friends and colleagues noticed a change in Kathy. She seemed more introspective and focused. In interviews, she spoke candidly about the challenges of balancing a demanding career with a personal life. "It's tough to juggle everything," she said in one interview. "You try to give your all to both your work and your relationships, but sometimes something has to give." The public reaction to the divorce was mixed. Fans were supportive, sending messages of encouragement. The media, however, was relentless, speculating on the reasons behind the split and sensationalizing their personal struggles. Kathy handled the attention with grace, focusing on her work and maintaining a dignified silence about the specifics of their issues. Despite the challenges, both Kathy and Donald were determined to move forward positively. They continued to communicate, ensuring that the divorce did not destroy their friendship. They had shared many happy moments, and both wanted to honor those memories without bitterness. Kathy found solace in her friends and colleagues in the industry. She received support from fellow actors and directors, many of whom had been through similar experiences. She also focused on self-care and personal growth. Kathy began to explore new hobbies and interests outside of acting. She took up painting and started attending yoga classes, finding new ways to express herself and manage stress. Donald, too, sought personal growth. He reconnected with old friends and rediscovered hobbies he had neglected during the marriage. He found comfort in routine and stability, gradually rebuilding his life and finding a new purpose. In the years that followed, both went on to find happiness in their personal and professional lives. Kathy continued to achieve critical acclaim, while Donald found fulfillment in his work and personal endeavors. Aftermath and new beginnings. The aftermath of the divorce was a period of significant change and growth for both Kathy and Donald. Kathy continued to focus intensely on her career. The early 1990s saw her taking on diverse roles that showcased her range as an actress. She starred in Jennifer 8, 1992, and Mad Dog and Glory, 1993, both of which received positive reviews. Her work ethic and talent earned her respect and admiration in Hollywood. Despite her professional success, Kathy faced the emotional challenges of adjusting to single life. She moved into a new home, a cozy but elegant house in the Hollywood Hills, which became her sanctuary. Here, she spent time reflecting on her past and planning for her future. Friends and colleagues often visited, providing a supportive and understanding environment. In an interview from 1993, Kathy spoke about her post-divorce life. "It was a difficult transition," she admitted, "but it also allowed me to rediscover myself. I found strength in my work and in the support of my friends." Donald, too, embarked on a journey of self-discovery. He remained in Los Angeles but opted for a quieter lifestyle. He focused on his career, taking on projects that allowed him to work behind the scenes, away from the public eye. His work provided a sense of stability and purpose during this transitional period. Donald reconnected with old friends and made new ones. He attended social events and gatherings, gradually rebuilding his social network. This support was crucial in helping him cope with the emotional toll of the divorce. He also pursued hobbies that he had set aside during his marriage, such as hiking and photography. In interviews, Donald spoke about the lessons he had learned from his marriage and divorce. "It taught me a lot about myself," he said. "I realized the importance of communication and the need to balance personal and professional life." By the mid-1990s, both Kathy and Donald had settled into their new lives. Their friendship endured, based on mutual respect and shared memories. Kathy's career continued to soar. She received several awards and nominations, including an Emmy Award for her role in the TV movie Picket Fences, 1993 to 1996. Her dedication to her craft and her ability to bring depth to her characters made her a beloved figure in Hollywood. In her memoir. In 1994, Kathy decided to write a memoir, sharing her experiences and insights from her career and personal life. The book, published in 1995, was well received. Her memoir candidly discussed her marriage to Donald, the challenges they faced, and the ultimate decision to part ways. The memoir was not just a recount of events, but a deep introspection into her personal growth. It resonated with many readers who appreciated her honesty and vulnerability. One passage from her memoir highlighted the complexities of their relationship. "Donald and I loved each other deeply, but we were on different paths. Our ambitions, while noble, often clashed, and in the end, we had to accept that our love alone wasn't enough to bridge that gap." The memoir received critical acclaim and became a bestseller. It opened up a dialogue about the realities of maintaining relationships in the demanding world of Hollywood. Donald, though more private, also engaged in his own form of reflection. He kept a personal journal where he wrote about his experiences and feelings. This practice helped him process the emotions and understand the dynamics that led to their separation. In one entry, he wrote, "I've learned that love isn't just about being together. It's about growing together. Kathy and I grew, but in different directions. It took time to see that clearly." Kathy continued to thrive professionally. She took on roles that challenged her and showcased her versatility as an actress. Her performance in the film The Glass House, 2001, was particularly notable, earning her praise for her nuanced portrayal of a complex character. In interviews during this period, Kathy spoke about the importance of self-discovery and personal growth. "Life is a journey," she often said. "Every experience, good or bad, shapes who we are. I've learned to embrace all of it, to learn from it, and to keep moving forward." Donald's career also continued to prosper. He found satisfaction in his work and enjoyed the quieter, more stable life he had built. He remained connected to the entertainment industry, but his role behind the scenes allowed him to stay out of the public eye. He appreciated the balance this brought to his life. One of their mutual friends, actor Sam Waterston, remarked on their enduring connection, "Kathy and Donald have shown that it's possible to part ways and still respect and care for each other. They've both grown so much and continue to support each other in their own ways." Moving forward for new beginnings. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Kathy and Donald had both firmly established their new lives. The divorce had been a pivotal point, but it also set the stage for personal and professional growth. Each had found ways to move forward, embracing new opportunities and challenges. Kathy's career continued to flourish. She starred in several high-profile projects, including the critically acclaimed film The Cider House Rules, 1999. Her performance in the film earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. In addition to her film work, Kathy took on television roles. She starred in the TV series Boston Public, 2001 to 2004, playing a high school teacher. The role allowed her to connect with a broader audience and showcased her versatility as an actress. Her performance earned her several award nominations and further cemented her status in the entertainment industry.